All right, just a quick video from home. This is Mr. Marty, just kind of waiting for more treats, which he's not going to get tonight. And then over here, Mr. Pibbs is lying down over here, just figuring he's going to be doing the same. And then Larry over here is just, standing there, just thinking that there's more going to happen this evening, but it's not. So there's the three dogs. But, I was thinking, as you came back, I was going to make something, to eat, and I looked in the freezer and I saw, some ground beef that was kind of getting a little scarred, and stuff. And I said, well, I'll make a sauce and some meatballs and stuff like that. We know how much Brett loves pasta. And then I said, let me take a look around for some stuff, to make all this with. And as we discussed the other day, there might be, just a little bit of extra inventory here. I don't want to shoot the messenger, but, I'm just thinking might be a little inventory. So let me just take you around and kind of show you a little bit of the inventory that I counted today. So, okay, here we go. When I was looking at the sauce, here we go. We have 19 tomato sauces. So I'll probably use, half a dozen of those. So you'll have a little bit of that. And then let's move over here. And what do we got here? 22 pastas, and about half a dozen of them are open. So there's, I think, you might not need to get some pastas for a while. Then if you didn't want to make homemade sauce, you could always have regular tomato sauce, because there's pretty much 12 here and a few Alfredos, etc. So that's I think you're okay there too. Onion soup, I'm you got 6 here. I can't imagine that you'd have to buy any of that coming back. Let's just move over here to barbecue sauce and ketchup and cocktail sauce. You got 12. That should keep you over for a while. But as we mentioned, as we spoke about, there's plenty of salad dressings. You got 19, and there is 10 ranch. So I think that should be covered for a while. I would hope. I don't. Maybe it will. I don't know. Then in total, about 16 vinegars and different Worcestershire sauces as well. So those will be ready whenever you need them. So I don't think you might need them. 5 mayos here. We got 5 of those. 3, Parmesan. 7 things of ground pepper. So you got plenty of that. I think. I don't know. And then 7 salts. 7 good-sized salts. I mean that I'm hoping should be enough for a while. And you might not have to pick that up. At Publix or Winn-Dixie. 6 cooking oil. There should be plenty there for a little bit. If you're gonna fry some egg rolls, I'll bring some over. And Brett makes a lot of sandwiches, so I think 8 mustard should be enough for a while. It depends on how much he he's working and he's out there, etc. And then of course there's more sandwich stuff here, because he's got 7 peanut butter and jellies and fluffernutters and more, etc. And then of course we know he loves his pickles, because there's 10 jars here. I mean 10. I mean it's 10 jars. He must love them, I guess. So, anyway, inventory. Moving on to hot dogs. I mean, plenty of those, 4 packages of hot dogs. And we were looking for croutons the other day, and there's just 7 of them here. So I think, maybe that you might be able to skip that on your next run to Winn-Dixie or Publix. And then shooting over to cake mixes. What do we got here? We've got 18 cake mixes. I'm thinking it should hold you over at least through the holidays anyway. But, you never know. Then if you were looking for carbs and side dishes, things like that, you got 14 of them here. That's, a little bit. It's, unless you have a lot of company coming over or something, there's 14 of those. And then, I kind of made a little BW soup aisle here, so you can just reach down and get a soup. And then there's about maybe 15 cans of crock pot gravies, etc., 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 etc. And of course, if we went back over to the actual breakfast aisle up there, you got plenty of breakfast stuff. So anyway, just a little bit of word coming back. There's JJ sneaking around, trying to still find something here. He's being a good boy. Marty's being a good boy, although he shit on the floor tonight. And Pibbs is over here doing good, and we're having a good time without you. Just wanted to give you an idea of inventory. You've got plenty of stuff, and I cleaned your refrigerator because it needed it. Spotless. I love you too. I look forward to seeing you. We'll be having spaghetti and meatballs when you get here. See ya.